So we are going to take this, we're going to add fire, we're going to make that, we're going to add water, we're going to make this, and then we can store that and use it for all kinds of cool stuff whenever we want. And that's money in the bank. And it's going to be fun and cool, and it's going to look cool, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be cool and fun. So let's lime up. Right here we have some limestone. So we're down to very few coals, and you can see the bottom of the kiln there is actually dry on the inside, and the clay is fired to a red. Beautiful.
I want to make my own lime. And, you know, they normally do that out of limestone. Yeah. But I hear it's like pretty much anything that's got enough calcium in it, you can do it. Today's a science experiment. I got to test out my process for making mortar. My house is going to be log and mortar. The mortar holds the walls together. I really want to make my mortar from scratch. It's got a lot of lime in it, as well as sand and sawdust. So I want to make my own lime using seashells that Kelly and I collected from the beach. You burn the shells hot enough, around 900 degrees. They undergo a little bit of a chemical reaction, and you're left over with lime.
So Shane pulled out some old washing machine tubs from the boneyard, and basically that's the vessel that he's going to use to burn the shells within.
Now I'm just taking these bolts off, disassembling it, then I assume we'll put some kind of hole in the bottom. Bam, ready to go. Oh, that was incredibly effective.
I got shells off the beach and coal off the beach, and I'm gonna burn them to create my lime.
The washing machine tubs have a lot of holes in them, so it'll draw a lot of oxygen through there and allow that coal to burn really, really hot.
We got a good draw here.
It's gonna take 24 hours to burn and to cool back down to the point where I can touch it.
Looks like it's doing something.
I just hope it works. We'll come back tomorrow and get to work mixing up some mortar. We had to burn the shells for 24 hours. We get back to the fires, and they're almost cool to the touch. I'm kind of apprehensive about what I'm going to find. I'm afraid I'm going to look like an idiot in front of my dad.
Okay, Mr. Expert, what do we do?
The shells were perfectly intact. First I thought that it didn't work, but as soon as I went to pick one up, it just disintegrated in my hand.
Look at that. It's working.
Technically, it's like quicklime now. It could give you a chemical burn.
So it's like a very dangerous Easter egg hunt.
Yeah, so be careful. And we can kind of just sort through and pick the shells out.
Watch the downwind, ashes into ashes, dust to dust.
Been around campfires all my life, but this process of seeing a totally hard shell still be intact till you touch it, it's just like the word magic comes to mind.
Oh my God. Huh? That is satisfying right there.
Now, what's going to happen when you put water in it?
Have a nice little exothermic chemical reaction. It's going to give off heat.
All right, I got the water. Just pour it in.
It's going to break down into powder. Wow, look at it, it's just bubbling up.
Yeah.
It's cratering.
Right before your eyes, this much mashed shell with water added starts steaming and it starts bubbling and like a volcano, and it's hissing and it's cooking. It is the most unbelievable process I've ever watched. After a while, you got about this much lime, and it is all powdery and soft.
And they'll take that lime and mix it with sawdust from the sawmill, some sand that he sifted out from the beach, and mix that all together. Okay, what's our consistency we're going for here, by the way?
Oh, we're looking for a snowball.
You got a snowball there? It ain't falling apart, man.
Together. Nice. That means we've got a good mortar mix. For the house, we're going to put this straight on the foundation and press a log into it. Yeah, let's stack some logs in there. We're building a little bit of a test structure, but I'm really interested in how the mortar sets.
It's going to come down to finding the right log, huh, son? The right sized piece.
Yeah. Okay, so now you kind of go in the cracks.
You guys ready for the last house log?
Boy, after going through the process, and it's acting just like mortar should, well, it looks good. I was like vindicated. I was really happy that it worked. Put a chimney on it.
It looks great, you guys. Now Father Time does his part.
Yeah.